All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Acer TeamStory Cup. We are currently moving on to game number, I can count, 7. Yes. Between these two players spawning in the bottom left position of the map that is DayBreak as the red Zerg player. From Quantic Gaming, it is HyuN. And spawning in the top right position as the blue Zerg player coming in from Root for Root. It is CatZ. CatZ was able to take out HyuN and then Apocalypse. Man, you know, Root Gaming going pretty scrappy match here so far. It's been a pretty interesting match too. You can't just say that this has been like, you know, a full derp or weird game, because we've had I really like how that the way that Puck actually gave us a really good start to this match was kind of cool to see. I don't think either of these players are doing anything too weird. CatZ like he kind of has this thing as far as ZvZ goes, where he plays typically pretty standard, or he goes super aggressive. If he takes this gas, we could see really aggressive one-ish base play, and that's mostly because when you go for, as far as ZvZ goes, it's hard to be creative in the matchup. So CatZ will be starting that spawning pool at 13 supply. HyuN's getting his pool at 15 supply. So HyuN's playing this pretty standard. We'll likely see him throw on his hatchery at about 16, 17 supply. I've got the hiccups now. Thank you, chat. Kappa gave me hiccups. And, yeah, nothing really weird to you here just yet. The drone will head down for HyuN to take this expansion. CatZ will be able to scout this out with his Overlord. Now, the score of this match is 4-2, if I recall correctly. So, is it 4-2? We had Puck play, then Druby, yeah, and then CatZ. Yeah, so it's 4-2. It's hard. I'm just having a hard time believing this. Puck taking out center and HyuN was really probably like the biggest score here for Root as far as the overall score goes. So that's definitely put them in a really nice position throughout this entire match, because now if CatZ can beat HyuN, and these guys actually play on ladder quite a bit, by the way. I just want to point that out. CatZ, if you guys watch the stream, runs in quite a bit on ladder. Now, I don't know if HyuN's been playing North American ladder much recently, but there was a period of time where he played quite a bit. So, CatZ, maybe he feels like, you know, this particular strategy, this super fast Baneling bust, is going to be the way to try to beat HyuN. Now, keep in mind, HyuN does have a couple Zerglings of his own. HyuN does have a bit of scouting information available. He knows there's no expansion for CatZ, which means, yes, you're probably going to do some sort of wonky one base all-in timing. And there we go, 4 Banelings are on the way. 4 Banelings can be enough to win the game. These Zerglings are actually going to scout out these building Banelings of CatZ. CatZ microing away his weaker lings, doing his best to keep them alive, and he's going to kill off all of HyuN's lings. Now, HyuN's building a spine crawler in his main base. This is such a smart decision. What he wants to do is just use the 2 queens in the spine, and he'll be able to kill any Banelings that try to walk past in one shot. The real question here, though, is will this be enough to stop the lings from streaming through? 1 Baneling detonates on a single or 2 lings. Not really the ideal setup there, but CatZ right now, he just needs a lot of regular lings, because HyuN doesn't have gas. He can't make Banelings, so... Oh, he's trying to get this spine crawler down to the low ground. That could make things really difficult, because if CatZ can make it past HyuN's ramp, things could get disastrous. More lings streaming across the field for the Root Gaming Zerg player. He is going to throw up a hatchery in his natural expansion at the same time. But 3 queens and a spine crawler, you're not getting Banelings past this. And HyuN's he's just pocketing lings. He's just pocketing lings. It's really hard to micro slow lings around Banelings, though. So this game is still kind of weird. I'm very interested to see where HyuN wants to bring this. Yeah, he's just going to bring the lings inside of his main base. I think that's a smart way to do this. I'm a little bit surprised that HyuN's not getting a gas. But it's whatever. CatZ has a decent bit of map control. He can kind of force him. He's trying to keep him from building drones, but HyuN's building drones anyway. So it comes down to, like, you know, like, how much do you really want? Now, if CatZ ran the lings in, and he ran the Banelings into where the spine crawler was, he could potentially kill the spine and the lings at the same time, or at least hurt the queens. And I feel like going for a big play like that, CatZ, that might be his only chance, because in all honesty, HyuN's way ahead in supply now. HyuN has had so much time for his earlier drone count lead to really pay off. So he's just got to go for it. And here come the Lings moving in for CatZ. Two of these Banelings detonate on the hatchery. I think that was a bit of a misstep there from CatZ. These Banelings are trying to get towards the Zerglings, but he's not going to be able to break that. I think CatZ, he is significantly behind now. He's getting the +1 Carapace, which is fine because it's going to keep him safe from his opposing Banelings. But I don't think HyuN's going to make Banelings. I think HyuN's going to get a Roach Warren and just try to kill him. There's second evolution chamber. And I think this is mostly for walling purposes, not that he wants to go double upgrades. Although he certainly could at this point. And HyuN just continuing to drone up. He's saturated on 2 bases. This is a very nice spot to be in. CatZ, well, he's got saturation in his main. He only has 1 geyser in his main, though. Might get an overlord. No, he's not going to get this overlord. That'd be wishful thinking for CatZ. 60 supply for HyuN. It seems like HyuN's only limit is himself with these with the supply blocks, but with the Roach Warren building in the lair, we'll likely see him start up maybe 3-4 overlords and then just start pumping out a ton of roaches in just a couple of seconds. So this this is pretty interesting. Now CatZ does still have Lings back at home. He didn't lose everything, but it's still kind of weird because when we look at what actual setups these guys have, HyuN just looks really, really rock solid. CatZ could potentially fix this drone discrepancy, but he's actually starting to make Zerglings again. Perhaps because he sees the Lings at HyuN's tower. Is HyuN just not going to get Ling speed? Is this some sort of... HyuN's like, screw it, man. I made all those Lings earlier, but you're not going to keep me on Lings. And 24 speed Lings on the way for CatZ. He has a big Ling force. We could see him try to shut down this third base. I'd like to see him do that. Yeah, HyuN's just going to cancel. He's like, no, that's not going to work. And it's still no Banelings from HyuN. HyuN's just walling off like a madman. I almost feel like this is slightly BM. Now, this time around, there is no Spine Crawler, but 7 roaches are coming in for HyuN. CatZ, he could try to bust his way through this and then try to win. This is it. CatZ has to win with this, basically. Here he goes. He's going to press in. The Banelings detonate. 1 Evo chamber down. But he actually was not able to break through the wall, and I don't think there's too much more that CatZ can do. HyuN is just going to build up a bunch of roaches and go for a counterattack. He's going double upgrades. It wouldn't even surprise me if this crazy man went straight into triple upgrades after doing that much damage. And a third base on the way. CatZ does have a lot of Zerglings. So my assumption is that what CatZ wants to do is run these Lings into the natural expansion when the roaches move out. And then have these Lings at the front. And he can either get a sandwich with both forces, or he can just go for the counterattacks. So HyuN's going to run over. He wants to try to... Excuse me, CatZ is going to run over. He wants to try to stop this third base once again. But the roaches are here this time. And now these Lings are going to move into position. There's an overlord there for HyuN. HyuN needs to wall his natural. HyuN. All those Zerglings are coming in here. He's going to try to get us around on the roaches. Not too much damage being done. But, yeah, these roaches will be able to stop these Lings. Good defense here from HyuN. CatZ, well, he's been in a tough spot this entire game, in all honesty. And here it comes. No Zergling speed. I don't know if this is BM or not. But HyuN, he's just going to go across the field with a ton of roaches, a ton of slow Lings. I think the reason he didn't get speed was so his Lings would be synchronized in movement speed with the roaches. This way the Lings couldn't fight each other in separate packs away from the roaches. A lot of Banelings coming in for CatZ. By not a lot, I mean 9. He's pressing into the natural expansion, killing off all of these drones. And CatZ, I mean, I don't mean to sound like too bored or whatever, but this, I don't know, this game has been, I don't know, CatZ needed a miracle a long time ago. GG, HyuN takes one more game back in this series, bringing this match up to a 4-3 score. Still favoring Root, so Root just needs to win one more game and they win this match. Now, who do they have that can play aside from these guys? It looks like it's me. Okay. So, guys, we're going to get to the next game as soon as we can here for the Acer TeamStory Cup powered by Intel. Don't go anywhere. Yeah, don't go anywhere. This next game's going to be funny.